we got a lot of plans for this place. We will make this churn money because it's a gold mine when you look at where it's sitting, all of the things around it, the Starbucks, the 2 grocery stores, the 3 banks, 2 pharmacies. But you know, who knows? Somebody may want to buy it. Cash. I love the layout of this building. It is a weird layout because it was set up for a vet's office. You'd be surprised. This right now, even in my hometown of Cleveland, will go for north of $600 a month.
Adopt me.
This one right here, to me, this is a $400 a month office, this small one here. So this is a nice little office space, no window. You don't have to have a window outside though. I mean, this is gonna be probably part of the restaurant. We just gotta sit down and look at the overhead side.
If you have a really nice, sexy co-working spot, obviously it's going to be thousands of dollars for whatever you're trying to do. Oh, no, I don't want to.
You don't want any more of that?
No, I don't. Here's the thing is, drama is one thing, but drama with compliance is different.
Yeah, you don't want that, bro. Weird layout, dude. Drowning them out.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of your premium.
I mean, this is the executive suite, bro. It smells like this. His name is Truffles. Truffles. He was a good one. Truffles was sweet. We lost him in a boating accident. It was terrible. Truffles.
Because that's their property. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Is that dude still out there?
Yeah, he's right there.
You want to, if we have a chair, you probably, oh, here you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too funny. Now, like, there was a dude out here with no shoes on, and like another police officer showed up and he took off. But I was just alerting y'all, like y'all asked me to, because of previous stuff. We're trying to get this building turned over. I got to go meet with the city and talk to them. So we're trying to get it active again. It looks like Haltom City's waking back up. When this first started, I'd just be like, look, guys, just get the fuck out of here. Please leave. And it got really old really quick because it just never stopped.
Right.
And they've been taking apart all of our electrical sockets and stuff on the outside of the building. I had to kill all they were taking apart lights and hooking into them to charge their phones and stuff like that. So we've had to turn off a lot of this stuff and things like that. I'm gonna render this whole building so we can have it will render the whole drawings for the building in like a day.
Right.
For 10 cents a square foot. Like, you can't beat that. Like, that's $500. I love the layout of this building. It is a weird layout because it was set up for a vet's office. So we have all these unique rooms, but to me, it's already laid out well for a co-working space. We've already got a reception area, things like that.
Right.
So we'll update the reception area. We're gonna update all modern codes in here. And the only lighting that's left to be updated in this building is the indirect lighting in all these coves up here.
The reception area could be a third of this area.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't even need to be that, but we're gonna have to use the shared restroom because we're gonna have walk-in space for this because it's a quick service deal. I don't want to have a weird situation where, oh well, what's the right way to put this? Sorry, I'm not the best at this. Corey's much better at this. I just get the stuff in my head and understand. We're not going to have a sit-down portion to this little joint we're putting in. It's counter service only. Period. I still have to have a restroom available. This one's already ADA compliant with whatever new mods we'd have to make, so it'll be a shared one between the two. You'd be surprised. This right now, even in my hometown of Cleveland, will go for north of $600 a month.
For an office?
For an office like y'all have in your co-working space.
But you would just need to make it like have windows and,
Yeah. So a lot of this is going to get lost to that little restaurant, but we also don't need a lot of space for that.
Restaurant?
Not restaurant. The
office.
Huh?
Sorry.
Well, we're talking about putting a tea place in here too.
Oh.
On this side. I'm sorry. I thought you understood.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know that. No.
So like,
I just thought it was a co-working spot.
This little section here is just going to get wiped out and become a tea.
That makes way more sense when you say the reception area is just going to have a no sit down.
Yeah. So
Because it's not a reception, it's like an order place.
we're going to redo this whole thing. Water and everything's still here. Obviously, there's a lot of other things to do in this building, but we already have the windows in a lot of the places. It needs updated trim colors, black. We're going white, like grays. Clean this up. Like this right now, with all this gone, it's probably $1,000 a month co-working space. It's crazy to me. I don't know how it works.
Adopt me.
I wish I could shut that off. I'm sorry. I can't shut this dumb thing off. This one right here, to me, this is a $400 a month office, this small one here. Just give somebody that has a little smaller place, and maybe that's our key station. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, though, is like with co-working, you've got the $300 virtual, which is just like, hey, I want to have a drop-in place, but then also have an address so I can mail stuff to. I don't know how popular that is, but I think that could be I think you could do that for $150. People would.
So I'm paying $100 a month right now for a drop-in one in Granbury.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect price. I drop in whenever I want. You get to print basically unlimited. Well, they don't even provide mail service. No. So I think that's $25-$50 a month to get a virtual mailbox at the office. And I would pay that. I don't need an office there. I use it because I'm there all the time and I want to go by and get internet and not have to go to a Starbucks and listen to a realtor talk about life plans. And so there's a couple things here. Once I render all this today, this will probably get reappropriated into more offices right here. There's enough room right here for 4 more offices. Right. So with very little alterations other than putting up walls, I think the one thing we're going to have to address is all of these rooms are probably...
Well, you need a conference room.
Yeah, that too. We got to decide what that's going to be, and I'll take your input on that. See, this is a nice little office space, no window. You don't have to have a window outside, though. This is going to be probably part of the restaurant. We just got to sit down and look at the overhead side. Because the T-deal we're putting up has very little square footage requirements.
Yeah,
like 900 square foot.
When it comes to offices, it's just especially co-working, it's the amenities and price. Like where I'm at, it was all about price. But if I was downstairs, it'd be price and amenities. So if you're going to a downtown, if you have a really nice, sexy co-working spot, obviously it's going to be thousands of dollars for whatever you're trying to do. Yeah, but out here in Haltom, it's price. It's like everything. Price solves everything.
But there's no way this is less money than Cleveland, Texas, or Granbury, Texas.
I would agree.
And I think if I just use them as a baseline, because they're using the same prices, we can plan off that.
Yeah, if you do that, then it's just. Do you know what the capex on this is gonna be?
I haven't even looked at it, man. I literally started putting together. So 2 weeks ago, I was sitting around I got to do something with this. Corey called me out of the blue. He's like, make it we need to do something. I'm like, I'm way ahead of you. This is what I have in mind. He's like, I like the idea. So the idea was to take possibly this section, but definitely this forward and turn that into the operations area for the T joint we want to set up. On the drive-through.
Is it a drive-through?
It'll be a drive-through.
Okay.
So we set up a drive-through lane on this side. What's going to be the problem is how many parking spots do we have to have to service the co-working space with this?
What? And I don't want to armchair quarterback, but just input. How much is the T place you think you're going to make?
I think it'll do really well.
Okay.
And I think if I rented that out to us at $3,500, it's half the price we'd pay anywhere else.
So instead of trying to do a T place co-working spot separate, why not have a T place that has an abundant amount of space? Next time you're up at the studio, we need to go by Common. There's a coffee shop called Common Desk where they have the coffee shop, and literally the coffee shop is a part of everything else. To where if you want to rent a conference room or private room, you can there.
This is a different concept. This is something else that we're looking at. It's a franchise, so it has its own requirements for how it has to look and everything.
Oh, never mind.
I don't disagree with that.
But I was just saying, from a Starbucks, I love going to Starbucks so I can sit down and have those conversations. So if you have a tea place that people can,
and it's the same reason you're talking about with the rich people. You're talking about paying $2,000 a month for something in downtown Dallas for their little closet. They're paying for access to other people in that room, as well as whatever the amenities are. Part of the amenities are other rich people that want to do stuff.
Right.
This will be repurposed. I'm pretty sure from there forward it's going to get lost to the T deal that we're talking about, and maybe even all the way back. But I really hate to lose all the offices if we just take all that out.
Do you know which walls are structural?
Probably no, but I can figure that out by just sticking my head in the attic.
Why not just that entire front reception? That's just the tea place, and then the front door for this is back here.
It could be,
that way, instead of trying to separate this way, you keep the walls as is, and this is the tea place, and everything back is the co-working.
And that's something to look at too. And the other thing is we can give amenities with that tea spot. Like you can get a certain amount of tea as part of this. by it.
Well, you
because
just have to have access.
well, and we'll have that at some point. So that, I mean, that's a whole other thought. But I really need the plans to look at it from the top so we can look at square footage.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But it's good to be in building to have like, ooh, ideation, this, that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if we look, we can walk this way. And we'll walk through the spider web zone back here.
You want to do something about the smell?
Well, that's just dried out.
This ain't the
that's,
smell, bro.
that's dried out drains, bro.
Stinks.
That's what happens when your toilets dry out from not being used. And, you know, whoever pissed in there last time, it looks like they spit their Copenhagen in it. Again, that's why I had to get these drawings done today so we could render this and look at the top level and see what happens, see where we can take stuff out. Because this maze of corridors and stuff doesn't have to be here anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
We need circular corridors, access to outside for egress, ingress.
Right.
But even this out here, I think is a great area.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for the co-working space itself, you have a little patio that's shaded almost all day because the way it's oriented out here. You know, you have your little picnic tables out there. The place that I work randomly when I stop by that place has one of those crazy little phone pods. It's the weirdest thing. It's a soundproof pod, like just in a corner. You can go sit in there if you just got to talk.
A lot of coworkers have that.
Yeah, so we'll probably end up with one or two of those.
Those are for like if you have the virtual desk. Like so, if you have like a say you blew out everything and then only the exteriors were the offices, and you just had like a meeting area in the middle, like you need private. That's when you go to your office.
Well, and that's what. So I had envisioned even taking up some of this desk originally and making this mostly the drop in, the $35 a day. You drop in here.
Yeah.
This is where that goes. Boom.
Oh no, I don't want to.
You don't want any more of that?
No, I don't. Here's the thing: is drama is one thing, but drama with clients is different.
Yeah, you don't want that, bro. Weird layout, dude.
Like I would think this would be downstairs.
You would think so, right? And all this epoxy coating on the floor is amazing. I don't even know what it is. Like it's like a hard rubber, but doesn't matter. The floors are flat. You can walk down right here. This is the Sophie Stellar room. I don't know what that is, but that's what it is.
Like,
so they make it's called a carrel, a desk carrel. It's a 42-inch like things that they're 42 inches wide and they've got the little sides that come down.
oh yeah. Well, the benefit though is you get that door right there, so the excavating of all the stuff will just throw it outside.
That's true. That's true. It's a weird space, man. But and I don't think you utilize this for a podcast because of the shape. But maybe you could.
The sound is good.
Is it?
Well, in comparison to everything else.
But well, I mean, this is a solid corridor. Like you're right on the other side of the roof, so there's plenty of things for sound to reverberate off of. But I mean, we didn't have to be huge. Like it could be like we could call this the closet studio.
Right, it can just be like from here over.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you could do like what we have, where you have the same thing what we have, but kind of like, or even Propeller, where you have like a little door comes in here. You just need to have air in there, and then your little control area. I don't see air in here at all.
No, but I mean, well, it's probably not. But we could mini split this for 25.
Is this the area you're thinking of?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it up here. Like it sucks because it limits people that can come in. I just don't know where we would do it downstairs and still, like that's premium real estate. This would just have to be storage, like unless somebody wanted a weird private office, which I would rent it. I mean, there's somebody like you out there that for price would be like, yeah, I'll rent this. But it's in the bathroom. That's the other problem.
What bathroom?
This is the bathroom. There's a toilet there.
Would you just wall that off?
Yeah, we'd have to. We'd have to just put a wall and door up right here.
I mean, when you want to do that anyway?
Yeah, I guess if we want to utilize that. I mean, there's somebody that'll pay for that space, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean, what do you think that space will rent for? Like, you're renting a weird space, and I mean in the nicest way possible. Like, it's...
I mean, you could probably get at least $800. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
So, yeah, but that's it. $800? It's $800. It's going to cost us $800 to finish this one time, you know? Right. 1 month pays for that. So, I'm with you.
And honestly, if you're like, hey, you could have a private bathroom, or if this is the only bathroom up here, you probably can't do that, but it could even be even more expensive if it's private. I think once you get the plans, that's the biggest thing.
I mean, yeah, we just got to take this out. It's an autoclave for surgical instruments.
What? Does it work?
I'm sure. I need to take that home and see if it'll work on welding rods. Drying them out.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of your premium.
I mean, this is the executive suite, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what we call this, the executive suite.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the podcast studio. This is Jason Witherspoon. I called dispatch. I had your number. I'm the guy that owns this vet clinic over here in Haltom City, and we had a dude out here hanging out, being weird. So. Yeah, that's too funny. Now, like, there was a dude out here with no shoes on, and like another police officer showed up and he took off. But I was just alerting y'all, like y'all asked me to, because of previous stuff. We're trying to get this building turned over. I got to go meet with the city and talk to them. So we're trying to get it active again. It looks like Haltom City's waking back up. All right. Well, I appreciate it, sir. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye. I guess I pocket dialed everybody. Just went through a list, pocket dialed the cops' bags, stuff, random stuff. I do see this as this is like somebody that wants to, you know, they have their seating area. This is a big office. What do you think? 1,000 a month?
I would say 15.
Yeah.
I would revert back to what Cleburne is. What's the nicest office in Cleburne? 12. Then I would say 12 to 15. It just depends on the amenities of the building.
Well, I mean, we've already got 2,000 up here, and we haven't touched the whole hallway or that other thing.
Or this could be your this could be the conference room for the whole building.
Well, the only problem I have with this being the conference room is we have to have a space that people in wheelchair can get to. We don't have elevators up here.
Yeah.
So the clients are going to want that, even if this is there's somebody that won't mind. And this would be the perfect place for like that group of nurses that they wanted 4 desks. Like they could come in here, have this thing all staffed up, have their logo on the door, and these doors will be black or gray. They're gonna look. This whole thing's gonna look different.
Yeah, and then because you've got this little spot here, it's just a thought. It'd be expensive, but it's just a thought. Like, and you already have plumbing, but if you can move the plumbing, have a private bathroom where it's just a toilet and a sink. You know, we're here, and then you'll be able to for this office, and then because everybody likes a private bathroom.
Yeah, we'll look at that.
Because then it's like all of a sudden.
The drain's already there.
What's that?
The drain's already.
That's what I'm saying. So then you're looking at, okay, is it 1,500? Now is it 2,000?
Yeah, I like that. And it takes load off of. The other thing is maybe we move that plumbing out here and make it another bathroom for upstairs in the hallway.
Yeah, you just blow out a door right here, and then boom.
Because it just needs to be a slip. It needs a sink on one side, or a toilet on the other side. Mm-hmm. And that door could be right there. This door can go. I think this needs to probably open up.
Yeah.
But this is another premium office. This is easy $800 a month.
Mm-hmm. And you got the daylight.
Yeah, I like it. Now we've converted everything to high energy LED in here.
You gonna keep it the cat room?
I am. This would be the cat sanctuary. It smells like this. His name is Truffles. Truffles. He was a good one. Truffles was sweet. We lost him in a boating accident. It was terrible. Truffles. I think we got a gold mine sitting here. I don't think we have to modify a whole lot other than like this room.
Is the plan just to have a place for the tea and to make the team money, and hopefully all this is kind of develops the carry?
That tea place, we would give it a decent break on the front side rent wise with a step up basis.
Right.
So that it doesn't overburden that.
But what I'm saying is what if the carry right now is currently 8,000, whatever. Say with expenses it's 8,500, everything. Is the goal to try to make 20? Is it trying to make 15? Is it trying to? Or are you just trying to like?
Right now we're trying to unload the debt. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this space. Do you think we can utilize that space for podcasting?
I think you could. It's just, being that it's Texas summer, you would need AC.
Okay. Well, no, that's easy though. That's $2,500 or it's $4,000 mini split. Mm-hmm. Get a couple heads. You put one on each side of the wall. Those things are quiet. And if you had to, you could cycle it between stuff. But let's go downstairs and look and see if there's another space you think would work better for the podcast, because I want it to be accessible to as many people as possible too. And I think it's also kind of like a premium draw. Like there is somebody that will rent that office space. Yeah. They're going to pay $1,000 to rent this big ass closet. Yeah. And be fucking stoked about it. It is a weird closet. You got a weird space here. But I'm a big guy, you're a big guy. We can walk around in it. I don't feel claustrophobic. Mm-hmm. It's got water hookups. We could even put a private bathroom in here.
Well, the reality is like you could put like not cubicle, well, kind of cubicles, dust, and this could be your, you know, your dropping dust, or if you're like I have a company, I have 5 or 10 employees.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the spot, like this again, mighty nurses, whatever they are. This is the perfect joint for like somebody like that needs a decent sized space with a limited amount of spend out every month, but they have a drop-in spot for everybody to come do their paperwork.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've been arguing with the guy that I'm renting from. I'm there 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week. But I'm like, hey, if I rent one of your offices, can I get somebody in here? They'll be here 4 hours a day because I need somebody to do clerical stuff for my companies. Well, they've got 2 people. Like, you're renting a space, bro. I don't give a shit if you put 6 people in there, as long as they don't.
That's kind of like where I'm at, where it's like we pay by the fob, but I've negotiated in, so it's like, you know, we've got 3 people downstairs, 4 or 5, 6 people upstairs. You know, people come in all the time.
Right.
But we're also in the closet, so no one knows what we're doing.
Y'all heard it here first. Ryan's in the closet.
Not that in the closet.
I mean, I celebrate it. We'll go get some drinks after this. Get some Bud Light. Really good. We got a lot of plans for this place. We will make this churn money because it's a gold mine. When you look at where it's sitting, all of the things around it, the Starbucks, the 2 grocery stores, the 3 banks, the 3, you know, like pharmacies, or 2 pharmacies. But you know, who knows? Somebody may want to buy it. Cash. You have to block this off, and this has got to be your conference room. Your big ass conference room, because you got all this natural light. We just move the fire alarm, put one inside, one out.
And then you can just do like glass panes around it to close it off.
Yeah, and we just do Racco and the metal frame glass. The ceiling's going to be a problem with noise in there. I don't know. That's something we got to circumvent. Maybe this ain't the conference room. Maybe this is shared space. Because that's going to be the biggest problem with all of this right here. Is this vaulted ceiling and shared AC.
Is this outside or is this attic?
That's probably attic. That's a return air. And,
So-
and in that room you were just in, up here, that step down room is right there.
Okay.
And there's a closet right here that you didn't go in where all of those ACs are in that closet. Like, it would be real easy to separate this right now if we just cleaved it off here. So that was where I originally thought, just cleaving this thing. Bam, right here, putting a door into the tea shop, door to co-working space. Or have a common vestibule here. Just another common entry. You take out maybe this set of doors, have a door here and a door on that side. Oh, that's a way better idea. So take this set of doors out, or have them pinned open during the day, just lock back with mag locks. Have another general entry here, tea shop, wall, sign pointing both ways, co-working space, boom, separate.
But what about, but you're losing space in here, can you just widen the frame and put a post here?
But we could do that, but we just have to make sure that those are 3-foot doors for ADA.
Are these not 3?
Those probably are. I'm just saying, once we frame that in, it's gonna shrink. So we could still do, I understand what you're saying.
Right. Because then you could put the wall right there.
Yeah, but then you're losing more to the T area.
I'm just.
So my thoughts were, if we did a horseshoe here, then you've got another office area here. Like back into here.
Right.
Right, you got another office deal.
Well, how many people go inside if there's no seating for it?
Not very many, that's the thing. We know
Yeah.
very little. That's what I'm saying.
In that case, it could just be part of the reception of the co-working.
Yeah, I don't think we want that, but I do agree with you. And that's what I'm saying, like, you have a wall there, just a little carve out, door here, door there, and then just punch them separate. I like your idea. I'm gonna have to look at it on paper though. I gotta draw it out.
Hey, Tyler, there's a fire in my pants.
Oh my God. Probably clap. We won't get a look at it. Hey, I'm Jason Witherspoon. We bought this building a while back. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with it. Don't know if we're gonna put a tea shop in it. Just a bunch of rednecks drinking some Earl Grey. Co-working space, studio, Harper Belmont #2. But the location is prime. It's super prime. Cut out that curse word. We got a Starbucks across the street. We got multiple grocery stores. We got 2 banks right there. We got a Taco C over here. Like, they've done all the research for us. We know the traffic's here. There's tons of apartments this way, tons of houses that way. We just gotta figure out how we're gonna make money. Follow us on Roughneck Real Estate to find out. Oh yeah, you can get your dildos and your pizza right there beside each other. Seems like a win-win. I don't know how you plan that kind of win. It's a great day.